Have you ever wanted to know the answer to a question or a series of questions so badly that you would have done anything to have the answers? Legend is there is a supernatural being that knows the answers to all of your questions. This being is simply known as the Fisherman. Find some sort of fishing equipment, bait, line, hooks, reed runners, etc., other than a fishing rod, a body of water such as a river or lake, and a sample of either your blood or someone else's. When you find these things, wait for a night with a full moon. If you try to summon a fisherman on any other night, then the ritual won't work. When the moon is full and high in the sky, return to the body of water. When you reach the shore, pour the vial of blood into the water. The once still water will ripple, churn, and froth, glowing an iridescent shade of blue. The first thing you will notice is the putrid amalgamation of dead fish, iron, salt, and kelp drifting into the air. The second thing you will notice is a dark figure in a standard diving dress emerging from the water like Atlas holding up the heavens, now blackened with a violent thunderstorm. The contorted, rusted metal moaning and groaning against the relentless pounding of waves, begging for the sweet release of death. This is the Fisherman. He will take off one of his gloves and extend his gangrenous hand. Give him a piece of fishing gear. If you give him a fishing rod, he will take that as an insult, and you will drown right there and then. Ask him your burning question. The Fisherman will cast out a line and reel in a fish. He will look at it for a few moments and answer your question in full. If you are done asking questions, tell him, "Thank you for answering my questions. You may now return to the point of no return." He will nod and walk backwards back into the depths of the lake, river, or ocean from whence he came. The ritual is now complete, and you can go back to your day-to-day life, knowing the answer to your greatest question. Still want to know more? Then listen up. Offer him another piece of gear and ask your next question. Be sure not to ask him multiple questions at once, however, as doing so will make him impatient. You don't ever want to make the Fisherman impatient. The Fisherman will cast out another line, reel in another fish, study the fish for a moment, and once again answer your burning question in the most exquisite detail possible. But wait, what happens if I run out of fishing gear to offer? Will he kill me then? Not exactly. He will answer whatever questions you have, then drag you into the depths with him, and burden you with horrifying knowledge beyond all human comprehension. You won't be able to remember all that knowledge. Therefore, you will be damned to become the next Fisherman, waiting in the abyss for another poor soul to summon you to answer their burning questions. If you run out of gear to offer him, and you've spilled another's blood in the water, you will be spared, and they will die in your place. There are a couple more things you should know. Not all pieces of fishing gear will hold the same value to the Fisherman. Depending on how complex the answer to your question is, he might need to catch a rare species of fish, such as the oarfish, wahoo, or blue marlin. Offer him another piece of gear and ask your next question. There are a couple more things you should know. Not all pieces of fishing gear will hold the same value to the fisherman. Depending on how complex the answer to your question is, he might need to catch a rare species of fish, such as the oarfish, wahoo, or blue marlin. The more difficult the question, the rarer the fish needed to answer the question. The rarer the fish, the more valuable the gear needs to be. There is no telling how valuable a piece of gear is to the fisherman at any given time, but you can give him something he won't ever want to pass up. Sustenance. Name a body part, arm, leg, eyeball, etc., and ask your question. The fisherman will cast out another line, reel in another fish, study the fish for a moment, and once again answer your burning question. That body part will then be eaten away by barnacles, hagfish, and isopods, slowly and painfully. You can perform this ritual again and again until you either run out of gear or until the waters run red with your blood and the blood of all the others you have sacrificed in the name of knowledge. You can ask any question you want to know the answer to, except one. The only question that you can't ask the fisherman is, was it Moses who parted the Red Sea?